Good morning, everybody. Shefa B'cha B'tzlacha. The shiur, of course, is going to be Leilui Neshama of all those who were murdered, and to all the wounded, and those who were kidnapped, that will return safely home as quickly as possible, Bezrat Hashem, and to the success of our soldiers in this war, that also Bezrat Hashem will come back quickly after a big victory in peace, Bezrat Hashem, Imera. אלה תולדות נוח. נוח איש צדיק תמים היה בדורותיו. In the beginning of the parsha, we already have a few questions. Noach is appearing 3 times in one pasuk, which is unreasonable. Why? We can read the pasuk very clearly. אלה תולדות נוח, איש צדיק תמים היה בדורותיו, את האלוקים יתהלך נוח, and everything is okay. We don't need 3 times Noach. So a lot of explanation about the 3 times Noach, but we will try to talk about different stages by Noach. Noach in the beginning is written Noach ish tzadik tamim, and then is written Otcha ra'iti tzadik, only a tzadik, and then Noach ish adama, the man of the land. And from one point of view, we see here like is beginning in a very high level. Noach ish tzadik tamim, innocent tzadik, wow. And then he's only a tzadik, and then he is ish adama, the man of the land. And the man of the land, it happens when he gets out of the teva, out of the ark, then it's Noach ish adama. And I want to first of all to touch this picture. Noach is getting out of the teva. What does he see? Like, remember, there was a flood, a mabul, and everything has been destroyed. Everything. The only thing alive is in the ark inside. So when Noach is the first guy to go out, he sees a disaster. Let's imagine, let's say it's in any city here in Israel. He comes out and he sees cars, broken, shops are being, let's say, the glasses are broken, and shops are, everything is lying on the floor, and you see a baby's carriage and nothing. And maybe you also, that think about it, you see bodies and quiet, because there is no living soul on earth. They're all in the ark. Does this remind us something that happened recently? The ark is one of the symbols, is the ark of the Yom Tovim, of the holy days we had, Rosh Hashanah, Yom Kippur, Sukkot. And we were supposed to be protected from the outside world. And then we come out. We come out to the normal daily world. Unfortunately, this year we came out to a disaster, to horrible, unbelievable things that we cannot even imagine. The cruelness. This is not a beast, those are monsters. And the picture that we saw, they destroyed houses, they burned them. And I'm thinking about Noah standing there outside the ark and seeing this whole world was destroyed. But now, he survived, he was saved. So he has to build a new world. And this is what we should do now, to build a new world. See what's happening now. Before this flood, before there was a flood of haters, people, this hate, like you see what you saw on the television, what you heard on the radio, what you read in the paper, what people were talking in the street, the right, the left, and a lot of fighting against the religion gets to a point that on Yom Kippur, people disturbing other people to pray to God on Yom Kippur. And it's not like they are disturbing religious people. They're disturbing people, traditional people, not religious. That this is maybe the only time in the year that they go to daven. We have to take what we got from the holidays, the good things that protect us, like an ark, protect us from the outside waves, from the evil spirit around us. And now, when we got out and we see what's happening around us, we see something unbelievable happens with it. Everybody's, suddenly there is no right, there is no left. There is no religious people or ultra-Orthodox people, Haredim, Chilonim, atheists. We are all together here. Treif restaurants in Tel Aviv kosher their kitchen in order to feed the soldiers. Unbelievable things are happening. But the point is, we have to keep this in mind. And we have to take those things with us. And this love that we see now, this Am Yisrael is united together. This we have to keep. Because God is talking to us. God is telling us the main thing is to be together. It doesn't matter what and how. Noah comes out of the ark. He thinks also, okay, the world was destroyed, I can now rest. Noah is Nach also. But God tells us there is no time to rest here in this world. We have to work, we have to achieve things. We have to understand and realize that this world is only a passageway to the next world. And how do we fix things? With love. They say, what was in Noah that God saved him from all this generation? Corruption. Was he really the only tzaddik in the generation? It's very hard to believe. And also, what are the kids and children, small children that were killed in the flood? What did they do? But God said the corruption was so big that he had to destroy everything. But he saved Noah. Why? What was the power of Noah? Was he a tzaddik? It's written, Noach ish tzaddik tamim haya bedorotav. But then it's written, et ha'elokim italech Noach. He walked with God. What does it mean he walked with God? If he's a tzaddik, definitely he walked with God. What is the chidush here? What is the... Of course, if a guy is a tzaddik, he goes with God. What is going with God? And as we understand and realize, there were also other tzaddikim, all the infants and the children, and they did nothing wrong. Why were they killed? What was in Noach that wasn't all around? This is written in the pasuk before this one, in the last pasuk of parashat Bereshit. V'Noach matza chen b'nei Hashem. God liked Noach because something what he did. What did he do? Et ha'elokim italech Noach. What is the basic of everything in our Torah? Rabbi Akiva said it already. ואהבת לרעך כמוך זה כלל גדול בתורה. To love your fellow like you love yourself, this is a most important thing in the whole Torah. His rabbi says, מה ששנוא עליך, what you hate, don't do to your friend, and this is the whole Torah, nothing else. Everything else, Perusha, all the others are explanation. In other words, the basic of everything is ואהבת לרעך כמוך. But then what is written? And people forget it. ואהבת לרעך כמוך, אני השם. I am God. In other words, ואהבת לרעך כמוך is connected to God. את האלוקים יתהלך נוח, this is the love of Noach. The love of Noach. Noach for 120 years is building an ark. And why? Because God told him. But what is he doing in those 120 years? He tries from his love to ask the people to do tshuva. And they say that the Mabul was starting with rain, blessed rain. Only later on it became a flood. And this is one of the reasons Noach didn't got directed to the Torah. He was waiting, maybe they will do tshuva. We have an opinion that tells us that Noach, he only cared about himself and his own family. The Rav Zalman Sorotsky says a very interesting thing. He says, Noach ish tzaddik tamim haya bedorotav. Noach, when he says ish tzaddik tamim haya bedorotav, the first phase of Noach, he was an innocent tzaddik. What does it mean? An innocent tzaddik, said Rav Zalman Sorotin, is a guy that closes himself for all the others in order to keep his own family alive. In other words, when you see the corruption around you, and you know that if you are going to mingle with the others, and even try to speak with them, there is a very serious problem that you might be influenced by this bad, corrupted society. So what is Noach doing? He is closing himself from the bad society and raising his kids in a way, the way that the Torah tells him to do. Okay, but that's not right. What with all the others? Then says the Rav Zalman Sorotsky, if we think that Noach, when God is telling him, Otcha ra'iti tzaddik, like without the Ein, says you're only a tzaddik, it's not only a tzaddik, it's a different kind of a tzaddik. This tzaddik is now opening up after he gave the power to his family to survive all the corruption. Now he is opening himself to all the other people that are corrupt and trying to influence them, because for 120 years he's building an ark. And what's happening while he's doing it? People are asking, what are you doing? And he says, I'm building an ark because God is very furious and there's going to be a flood. The Mabul is going to come. You have to do tshuva. And they laugh at him. Look at this old stupid guy. Oh, a strange guy. What is he saying? What is he talking about? And he's still going on for 120 years. So now he is involved. Not only involved, he's trying for 120 years to put it in their mind that God is not agreeing with what they're doing. That God is going to bring a flood. But it doesn't help. They go on with their own way. And I don't want to tell you so much because it's not nice to talk in times like this. But these are the things that are happening around us. They're happening around us all the time. The influence of the way of life that is against the way of the Torah. And we have to close ourselves. So sometimes you have to close yourself not to be influenced. And then there is a time that you have to try, after you have the power, you have the power to influence, you have to go out and try and do the best in the eyes of God. Says, Vayizkor Elokim et Noach, and God remembered Noach. What does it mean he remembered Noach? Like the flood is there is this ark there in the middle of the water, and God forgot that Noach is there in the ark? In the Teva? How can it be? But Vayizkor, to remember, reminds us what we said in Yom Kippur Rosh Hashanah, the psukim from Zichronot, that we want God to remember the good that we did. So what was the good that Noach was doing in the Teva? God put him in a situation to see how good really Noach is. How does he care about the creation, about all the animals and that he's got with him in the Teva? But then Noach is doing the best he can. He feeds the animals in strange times and he makes sure that everybody is good and okay. This is chesed. Olam chesed yibaneh. And this is what gave him the right to go out of the Teva. Otherwise, he didn't have the right to go out. Vayizkor Elokim. And God sees what he's doing and remembering what he did before, how he tried to convince people to do tshuva. Now, when he fulfilled the task in the Teva, that's the time Noach asks. That's the time that he can go out. And this is what we should learn from this. The power of being together is an unbelievable power. And that's the only power that gives us the right to survive and to win all the wars and to win the war against our monstrous animals that are fighting against us. And I don't want to talk, I'm sure that each one of us saw what they did and heard about what they did. But God promised us that Am Israel is a nation forever. Like I talked today, this morning, there is one thing, and it's not God. You cannot see it. And it's got power unbelievable. And nobody can live without it. And so on. You know what it is? Air. Without air, there is nothing. Wind, air, there is nothing. And this is forever. There is no life without air. And says the Gemara, that's the same with Am Yisrael. Without Am Yisrael, there is no life, there is no world. So be aware of this and get the courage, because a wind that can blow and destroy a lot of things, can build things, can destroy things. And us, without the spirit, without the ruach, without the wind in ourselves, we are nothing. So the spirit behind, this is what motivates us. This is the spirit of the Torah, the spirit of Ahavta l'recha kamocha. One Shabbos I invited guests. I put the Shabbos clock, and it was a very hot summer and a very hot night on Shabbos, and we're waiting for the air condition to start working. It didn't work. The whole Shabbos didn't have it, and we were sweating. It wasn't nice. Motzei Shabbos, I tried to see what's wrong. Everything looked alright. Everything was connected. So I opened this the thing, and I saw that one of the wires was not connected. You have plus and minus, and we haven't got the plus and the minus. It doesn't work. What a big lesson! If we want Am Yisrael to work, we need the plus and the minus, the right and the left. Like we had on Sukkot, we had the Arava. There's got nothing. No smell, no taste, no mitzvahs, no good deeds, and no taste, no Torah, no Masim Tovim. But still, without the Arava, there is nothing. You know, one Shabbos we went in a hotel, and we had to live in the middle of the Shabbos. So we asked, well, we're religious, we don't want to live in the middle of the Shabbos, and they allowed us to stay Motzei Shabbos. Says Motzei Shabbos, you have to go out because you have other guests that are coming. Motzei Shabbos, you're getting out. I must tell you, I made a film of this. 15 minutes, the room was cleaned, looked like new. 15 workers were going into the room. 15 workers in a small room. 2 were in the bathroom cleaning up. One was hoovering the carpet. The other one was changing the sheets. The other one was cleaning the windows. And the other one the porch and the cupboards. And 15 minutes, they finished the whole room. Unbelievable. Wow. You know what? This is nothing. The next week, somebody sold me a film. You know, and we have this Ferrari, the race. I don't know how it's called, this race. And in this race, there's somebody sent me the way they change the wheels. You have to change the wheels because it's getting heated. They doing the race on a very high speed, so they have to change tires once in a while. So you see, 2 seconds they change 4 tires of the Ferrari, the sport car. You had to see the film in slow motion to say, I think there were a lot, 20 people or 25 people jumping on the car, and 2 seconds the car went on. This is the power when you have a mission and everybody knows his job and we all united to do what each one of us got in his own power. That's the power of Am Yisrael, and that's the power that we have to keep. So when we got out of the ark this time, instead of seeing a beautiful world, we saw a destroyed world. Lehavdil, like Noach was seeing, but this is not the build that we saw something worse. God is telling us, fight it. There is a way. What is the way? Be united. Love. V'ahavta l'recha kamocha. Et ha'elokim italech Noach. What is the Elokim italech Noach? Is v'ahavta l'recha kamocha ani Hashem. You should love your friend like you love yourself. Ani Hashem, I am God. It has to be together. When you love God, you love the creation. You love the people that He created. When you love the people that He created, you love God. And when you have those things together and you go in the way of the Torah, you don't have to agree with anything that goes against the Torah. But from the other side, they're all our brothers and sisters. And we need them. We need to be together. And we'll try to show them the right way, the way of love, the way of the Torah, that will, Be'ezrat Hashem, bring the victory to our soldiers, bring the victory to Am Yisrael. And we are praying that what we have now this unbelievable unity. Everybody's helping. Everybody's doing what he can. Even the Haredim are coming to try to be a part of the fight. And everybody, doesn't matter what he thought and what he was thinking, what he was talking, we're all together. So we have to pray that this thing is not from the outside, it's also from the inside. That we are going to keep this. That must be our prayer today. That the unity that we see here, that everybody does, all those volunteers that are coming and helping, that this is going to go on after the war. That it's going to stay. And we promise God, God, please, listen to us. We are promising you, we'll try and make this go, make this work, even if we have different opinion. All the best.